get him because he wasn't interesting enough and he wasn't driven enough.
So you blame yourself.
Well, I'm a little bit like, yeah.
Weak choice.
Really?
I think you have a stronger choice.
Okay.
I think you got moral high ground to play here.
Okay.
Like he's destroyed your life, and you know he's a worm. You know he's a prick. And I think
Yeah. But I
you know.
have to do things like that.
Well, you don't, because the thing is he was nice, but once upon a time. But in the meantime, he's become this monster, and he's done this. He's created this industry where all these dead people are coming around. So you've got it in your character that last entrance. We've got to see a lot of. You've got to process. We don't have to see it, but you just have to process. How do you feel about his business? How do you feel about him and what he's become? Has he ruined other people's lives?
Yeah.
You know, how has he summoned you? Why has he summoned you? Was it you will come, or has he been sending letters every week for the last 12 years? You know, with no reply, and you've just ignored him. All of this backstory thing fits into when we see you in his entrance.
Yeah.
And for him, you're one of the only people on the planet who can actually tell him to fuck off, because he's become so powerful and so rich. He would destroy anybody else who said that. But he wouldn't do that.
No.
And when you actually, do you go with him? That's a question. We know with the musical what happens. In this moment, we don't know. And do you go with him to get your revenge? Like, what's your decision when you say, my heart burns, you will know when you sing at the end of the act?
Yeah.
Have you decided, yeah, I'll get back together if you cocksucker, so I can cut your balls off while you're sleeping?
No, it's more,
Or
yes.
is it,
It's more that I'm going to make you suffer just as much as you've made everybody else and me suffer.
make it more personal?
Make
Not
it
everybody,
more-
I mean, it can be everybody else,
Yeah,
but
but
make
make
it
it
personal,
yourself.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
And did you know that he's brought your father back to life? Like, that's another thing that he talks about.
Does he say that? Do I have my message when he says that? When he says, "Baby, to see you, I just miss so."
The way it's presented in the lyrics is, I've destroyed your man.
Yeah.
And by the way, I've got your dad in my living room.
Yeah.
And if you ever want to see him again, did you know that your dad's grave was robbed, or did you hear anything about this? Is it the first time? So you've got to decide whether or not that's new information, if it's expected behavior on his part, if it's